Guardian Unlimited.
Small world.
The Heckle!
I love what you've done for the curtains, love.
The Heckle.
Hello! I'm Brian Logan.
And I'm Lucy Porter, and today we're in George Square Gardens standing next to the Spiegel tent.
The Spiegel tent being a 1920s wooden marquee which travels the world from festival to festival, hosting comedy and cabaret acts.
And the Spiegel Garden behind us even has its own insect circus.
Anyway, on today's show.
Disease Hour.
Now, Brian, I believe that doing this podcast has whetted your appetite for the more exotic aspects of audio broadcasting. How else can you explain this?
We play the music, we entertain you, right the way through your stay.
That's right, we do!
Keeping you company, keeping you happy, all the way through your
All the way through your stay. It's me, Ivan Brackenbury, on Chesterfield and North Derbyshire Hospital Radio.
Ivan Brackenbury!
And I'm bonkers. Doing a big shout to everyone out there in podcast land. And now I've got a special guest in the studio. It's Brian Logan. He's a reviewer for The Guardian. Brian, you must have seen lots of shows. What a life you lead.
I certainly do.
And do you not think, you're thinking up good lines to put in your review, but also you're missing bits on the stage?
Oh, you don't start thinking up good lines for your review while you're in the actual gig. That would be
Right.
thoroughly unprofessional, Ivan.
Well, why don't we turn it into a round table discussion now, and you can ask me some things.
I'm much more comfortable with that.
Yeah.
So, Ivan, tell
It's
me,
not a square table, but we can pretend.
so what made you think that you should do a road show this summer?
I was getting a little bit fed up of ill people. I thought it'd be nice to get out and see some well people for a change, but also to give ill people a taste of what it's like at the Edinburgh Festival. I think if you are sick and dying, nothing you want to hear more than maybe the sound of healthy people having a good time, because it'll cheer you up.
Oh, that's very generous-spirited of you.
Yeah.
And have you had any feedback from the patients at Chesterfield and North Derbyshire about how they're enjoying your road show?
Yeah, a lot of people are writing in. I've got some letters here. Can I do one?
I'd love to hear them. yeah.
Okay, this one's from Andrew Phillips, and he goes, "Dear Ivan, I love the show, I listen every day." Andrew always writes to me, and he's bonkers.
He's bonkers.
He is bonkers.
He's bonkers.
I believe the technical term is mentally ill. Andrew's a self-harmer. A little later on this afternoon, we'll be playing in Rod Stewart, First Cut is the Deepest.
From maternity to the morgue, from cardiovascular to urinogenital, this is Hospital Radio.
Just one of me jingles.
Good jingle.
Thank you very much. I've got a few. I've got some drops as well. That's when a celebrity bigs you up.
Hello, I am C-3PO Human Cyborg Relations, and you are listening to
Ivan
Brackenbury.
Where the Force will be with you.
Personal friend, C-3PO?
He didn't actually do that one for me. I've cut my name. Listen to the
You've done it
edit.
very well.
Hello,
Listen.
I am C-3PO Human Cyborg Relations, and you are listening to
Ivan Brackenbury.
That's
Oh,
actually me
yeah,
doing the
I
voice.
heard it that time, yeah.
Yeah, but I do have some genuine ones at the end.
Hey, Ivan Brackenbury, this is Nellie Furtado.
Nelly Furtado and...
Hi, this is Natalie Imbruglia, and my favourite hospital DJ is Ivan Brackenbury.
Which is weird, isn't it? Because most people don't actually have a favourite hospital radio DJ.
we entertain
Well, thank you very much for coming in and talking to us.
Pleasure's all mine, Ivan.
And you see paper as a step up into broadcasting, you know, if we do a few more years on The Guardian and then end up doing maybe a radio station or something.
Well, I'm hoping that The Guardian's podcast this year is very much your first step into an illustrious broadcasting career.
Well, I wish you the very best
I'm
of
very
it.
inspired by meeting you, I must say.
Thank you very much.
the entertainer, all that's best for you.
If you go for a saunter around the outside of the Spiegel Gardens, you'll find one of the more unusual venues at this year's Fringe.
It's a Portaloo and home to just one show, WC by the Umbrella Birds.
And I need a wee, so I think we should go and check it out. So I'm here at the Portaloo with the Umbrella Birds. Will you introduce yourselves to us, ladies?
I'm Emily.
I'm Kerry.
I'm Kate.
And I'm Susanna.
And I haven't actually entered the lavatory yet. How is it in there? Is it looking good?
It's pretty smelly today.
Pretty funny. We're
Is it a
drying our
genuine
shoes.
working lav the rest of the
It's
time?
not plumbed in,
No.
but the rest of the time it would be.
Should we head in? Brilliant.
We've got all our costume boxes sort of around the outside. That's what the smell is, it's nothing else. It's sinister.
How many audience members can you fit into the Portaloo?
Well, 8 legally. Our licence stretches to 8.
Well, it is like a proper ladies' loo on a Friday night, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. The only thing that's missing is just we on the floor.
Yeah. But give it time.
Yeah, exactly. So are all the sketches that you do things that you might see in a genuine ladies' lavatory?
Yeah, I think they are.
Yeah.
A lot of people have come out and said that they recognise the conversation and they've taken part in some of the conversations themselves.
But it sounds brilliant. Would you mind doing us a little bit now from the show?
No, that's fine.
Sure.
You know Michael Palin?
Is he the skiing guy?
No, he travels all over the world.
That Michael Palin.
But he doesn't actually go anywhere. It's all blue screen. They do it all in the studio off the M4.
No way!
That's why they do it in like 3 days, the whole series. My friend was an extra. They have like thousands of extras. It's really, really big budget. My friend was a Mayan tribesman. And they make them all sign these top secret contracts and they won't ever tell anyone on pain of death.
On pain of death?
Pretty much, yeah.
Wow.
And you know Gillian McKee in real life is really, really fat. She's like clinically obese, but they just airbrush it all out. Otherwise, no one would take her nutritional advice.
Wow.
And you know Madonna?
Yeah.
She never sings. She mimes.
Really?
She has never sung any of her songs. She just fakes it.
But what about her albums and stuff?
All mimed, every single one.
That's incredible.
And you know Neil Morrissey?
Yeah.
She went to prison for bank robbery.
No, he didn't.
I saw a picture of him in the paper wearing a balaclava.
No.
You do allow men into the ladies' lavatory, do you?
Yeah, but it's surprising. Quite a lot of men thought they wouldn't be allowed and said things like, oh, well, I suppose I won't get to see it. And I thought they meant because there wouldn't be enough room, but they actually meant because they thought they wouldn't be allowed in. But yeah, we have waived that.
Because blokes always say that the women's loos are much nicer, and the blokes' loos have always got, like, you know, blood. Blood and faeces. So have you had genuinely people trying to get in?
Yeah. We have to try and improvise to get them away. But it's okay, we're good riffers.
Yes.
Horrified when they walk in and see. Most people do, except one woman who came in and was totally, despite the fact there were 10 audience members in schools, and all 3 of us in a sketch, stood there with her daughter going, no, my daughter needs the toilet. And then Kerry shouted, she's got diarrhea, sort of pointing in the cubicle to try and get her out. And she said, take a pill. And
But then Kate and I ran out afterwards saying, I'm really sorry, it was a performance, it's not actually a toilet. And she went, yeah, right, of course it is, a performance.
She just thought that you were evil people to stop her,
We
did you?
hanging out in toilets with 12 people.
No, well, now I did actually come down here expecting to have a wee as well, and pleasant as it's been talking to you, I am actually going to have to go and find a genuine lavatory now. So thank you very much for talking to me there.
Thank you.
Well, while Lucy's taking a leak, I'll introduce you to our next item. Will Adamsdale won the Perry Award in 2004 with Jackson's Way, and is in Edinburgh this year with a show in which, among other things, he claims he will turn into the human computer. We sent the Scarlet Pimpernel of the airwaves, Pascal Wyse, to meet him in an internet cafe for a quick computer tutorial.
I can't do Word and all that. No. Or cut and paste. Yeah, this sort of thing. Cut and paste. I can't do it.
You've got your Aaron, and he's a solid chap, isn't he? He's just a good, reliable chap. When you know when he's around that everything's going to be all right, don't you? Even when you try and take him all the way off the corner of the screen here, he's still just there, isn't he? Just a little bit of him, just winking at you.
Guy has trouble with computers. This guy happens to be a performer whose only real skills are standing in front of people and saying stuff.
Then you have, of course, your start menu, which is, of course, where you go to stop.
These fellas down here.
Those are
on the bottom right-hand side of the screen.
I mean, anyone who can actually look closer at the symbols of the bottom right of the screen. Some of them. Look, there's all this funny movement down there. What a.
Hang on.
You're right. Oh, you see that? You know, they're spooky. Some of these symbols. There's this. What's that? It's a green man. Some sort of strange big green man. What is he? What is that?
That's the funny noise that it makes, the funny standing box. Now, at this stage, you don't know what's happening, do you? It doesn't seem to have turned on. There seems to be a light 1,000,000 miles away back there. Something's happening. You don't know what, and then suddenly numbers. Weird, mad.
If you were one application in the computer, what would you be?
Shut down.
And so begins an epic quest as our 3 heroes go across program after program on their way to the internet for book 2. It's a story full of humor. So anyway, Adamson, tell us again, what is cutting and pasting? I don't know. Google? Yeah! Oh my God, it's the spinning pizza of death!
Well, that's it for today's programme.
We'll be back again tomorrow.
So until then,
Bye-bye.
Guardian Unlimited.